all over America, and I can't find one racist. Because that's what conservatism means. Conservatism comes from the root word to conserve.
Conserve.
To conserve means to hold on to what you've got, or those who ain't got, as my mother said in a third grade deaf education, you ain't gonna get. That's what conservatism means.
So remember, when Mitch McConnell, they asked Mitch McConnell, and they say, hey, what about reparations? Mitch McConnell, your great-great-granddaddy owned slaves. You still got some of that old slave money. What did Mitch McConnell say? Tell me exactly, Solomon, what Mitch McConnell said when he replied.
He said you had Obama.
You had Obama. Okay. And guess what? Did we ever criticize Obama? No. Never. We never criticized. Even the second term, black folks didn't want to criticize him. What did they tell Dr. Umar? Oh, don't criticize Obama. He black. He criticized us in front of white folk. Hey, Pookie, you need to pull your pants up. You thugs in Baltimore. 2015, he signed the Blue Lives Matter. Let me get my facts straight. When is the blue lives? The blue called the blue alert. It's a blue lie. It was a Blue Lives Matter. Yep, blue alert law to protect police. Protect police from what? Nobody wants to do another no damn police. Yeah, here it is right here. May 19, 2015 on US Today. Obama signs blue alert law to protect police. Signed a law measure that will require nationwide blue alerts to warn about threats to police officers and help track down. That's Blue Lives Matter, man. That George Floyd lynching act didn't mean shit. He knew what he was doing. That was
he got paid to do that.
He got paid to do that. And guess what? So now, remember what he was saying. He tried to use, Big Mama needs to talk to Pookie. So what it is now you using these little terms that you think apply to niggas in the hood. Well, Pookie needs
he's being smart.
Pookie needs to vote. And black folks caught on to that shit.
He's being a smart ass.
Yeah, you being a smart ass. So now what it is, you mocking us.
That's exactly what that was.
He said Pookie needs to vote. Pookie needs to vote. No. He said, well, Pookie just needs a little bit of pushing and prodding from Big Mama. He was saying shit like that. And black folks said, wait a minute, nigga. Hold on. Now, Pookie don't need no prodding. Pookie just found out that you full of shit. That's what the issue is with Pookie. Pookie just said one day, you know what? This black president bullshit ain't working. Nigga, you a fraud. You fooled us real good these first 8 years. You fooled, you got me good. Yeah, Pookie ain't fell for it. He's not falling for the third time. Well, you need to vote for Hillary. I expect you to vote for Hillary and continue my legacy. Pookie said, fuck your legacy. Then they tried it again with Harris. Collard greens, hot sauce, Timberland boots. Remember when she came out in the primary before? She couldn't even win California. They were talking about hot sauce and Timberland boots. I put hot sauce in my collard greens. No, we ain't going for that. We're not going for none of that. Because this is what she started to say. I want black folks to remember this. Damn, it done cut off Claude Anderson. I'm gonna play it again, but I want black folks to remember this, and we'll go back to Claude Anderson, and then we'll close out in a minute. I really want y'all to remember this right here. There was few things that were worse than this.
Home ownership is one of the best ways that we achieve intergenerational wealth. We also know that it is one of the many issues where we have seen incredible obstacles for black families. We don't even need to go as far back as nobody got the 20 acres and a mule. Home ownership is one of the best ways.
Did you hear that?
That's bad.
Now your mom wasn't born in America, right?
Yeah.
She knows that it's not 20 acres. She knows that.
Pretty sure of it.
I'm quite sure if you were to ask your mom, hey mom, Do you think Black America should get 20 acres and a mule? She probably gonna say, nigga, what? Don't you mean 40?
Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, that kind of stuff is what.
That's not accidental.
That's what killed her campaign.
That's the point. That's not accidental. You don't know us. You're not like us. You don't know us. You're so far away from us that you don't even know our dialect and our phrases and our tones and how we speak. You
doesn't care.
You are so far removed from. That's how you know. That sounds like a woman that has always lived in the suburbs around Asians and whites. No black woman that 98.7% of black women that come from the descendants of the slaves do not speak like that. They've never heard nor said anything like that. You heard what the lady asked her. Hey, do you put on a hot comb? No, I don't put on a hot comb. You don't put on a hot comb? What kind of black family are you from? You ain't never put a hot comb?
I know what the hot comb was.
She didn't even know what it was. So that was, they didn't, and see, that's the thing. When you're fake, people see it. And all you had to say was, man, look, that's how you know how out of touch they are. And even the niggas like the Rollins and the Congressional Black Hawk, a lot of them new niggas, not like the older way ones from the 80s. A lot of them have died now, but they're out of touch because they want to be part of their campaign. I'm telling you, every black person that's surrounding her, I seen her campaign. It's all white. They didn't hire no niggas. They didn't really hire no niggas to be part of her inner campaign. These are all white people. So they
not
don't
a real high position. That's why you think if she had foundationals working for her, they would have told her not to talk about your race?
Oh no, foundationals would have said, hey, listen, keep a 100 with, black folks, they gonna want the 100. Just let them know, hey, I'm not really from here, blah blah blah, whatever. I really didn't listen to Tupac, whatever. She would have won. I'm telling you, bro, she would have won if she would have kept it 100. But that's not in the Democrats' DNA. She would have won. She would have been like, look. I don't come from y'all. I don't know nothing about no collard greens, but man, I'm gonna see if I can get some reparations for y'all. If she would have said that just once a month, and then lied once she got in, she still would have won. She still would have won, bro. If she would have never did none of that, Phife Dawg, Tupac, you disrespected a lot of our legends too much, and you disrespected our heritage and our lineage too much. So we're like, damn, man, you just gonna shit on us? You think it's a joke? Then you send out Cardi B? She ain't from our lineage either. Cardi B's from the fucking Dominican or some shit. Like she's black, but you know what I'm saying, bro. Like she's from the hood, but she doesn't.
She's not black at all.
She doesn't. I mean, she's
Puerto Rican, isn't she?
No, she's not Puerto Rican. She's Dominican. I think she's Dominican. But a lot of those niggas from the Dominican Republic, a lot of them don't think they're black. But she grew up kind of like Fat Joe. She grew up with black folks. She listened to our music, all that. But the thing is she does not derive from the descendants of the slaves. If you were to ask Cardi B or Fat Joe about Mississippi, she would probably just tell you, well, yeah, they used to hang black people, that's fucked up what happened to them niggas, yo. She would probably say something like that. She wouldn't say like that book I sent you. She wouldn't be able to show no pictures. She wouldn't. If you were to ask her, I bet Fat Joe and Cardi B ain't never been to Alabama, nigga. I bet them niggas ain't never. I ain't talking about going to Huntsville where the military contracts or something like that. I'm talking about the sticks. They probably would never go to the sticks. I'm talking about what my point is, and see, that's what I'm saying. You're so black that you have no connection to the American killing fields of the South. That's where America started with blacks. You have no connection to that. All you really know is maybe shoot 'em up music and drill, and you know the underbelly of black society. But when we start to really ask you about where your people from, this is why this delineation thing's been happening and stuff. And like, this is why black folks foundationals, freedmen, whatever you want to call it, descendants of slaves, really been trying to separate ourselves from a lot of motherfuckers because we like, wait a minute, y'all don't have our story. You don't have our story or our culture. Your idea of black people is the lowest denominator. Shooting and selling crack and killings and just a fucking rap video. We're much more than that. Before the 80s and the 70s, niggas, we were still black. We actually had something to offer. Well, you see what I'm saying? Like
you want to be transparent, though.
Your idea of black is crime. Like, we're not just about crime. None of my parents sold crack. My grandmother didn't sell crack.
Yeah, I understand that.
You see?
Yeah, but who's glorified in that? Foundationals are the only race of people that are judged by the lowest common denominator.
That's because of music.
You can all agree to that. But guess what? Foundationals are the only race of people that glorify a lot of, like, you name another race where a pimp, a drug dealer, a gang member is glorified.
Well, if we want to put it that way, think about it. Now, you could say, well, that, you know, the average video you probably pop up, or you say, well, yeah, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood. Okay, I give you that. The thing is, if you go around the world, we not trying to sound like them motherfuckers. All of them trying to sound like us. Gangster rap, drill, R&B, all of that. Nobody, there's not one genre of music that black folks try to copy that come from the descendants of the slaves. We don't, because we created the music. R&B, rap music.
No, well, when you're saying that foundationals are being judged by the lowest common denominator, you also have to say that foundationals glorify the lowest common denominator more than any other race too.
But like I told you before, remember, you tried to make the claim. You said, hey, half of these black folks in Chicago are gang members. That's impossible. Because I told you know why I told you? Because the numbers, they said that the FBI, they would know because they got rats and snitches. There's 150,000 gang members in Chicago. There's over 3 to 4 million black people. I think it was like 1.5 to 3 million blacks. It's 10 million people in Chicago Metro. It's mathematically impossible for half of the blacks to be in gangs. If I'm telling you that there's a total of 150,000 there are 150,000 gang members of all races, black and Latino. That's the majority of the gang members in Chicago.
Where did you get that number? Where is that number coming from?
The FBI indictments and the U.S. Census.
So these are the kids that got caught.
I'm not talking about caught. I'm talking about identified. They don't have to see the gang database. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to be convicted. They make an estimation of around 150,000. White supremacy can't work this smooth if they don't have the numbers. These people know. These people are not like me and you. We may think we know. They know. When they indicted Diddy, they knew. When they indicted Dirk, they knew everything they needed to know. It wasn't no estimation. They knew everything they needed to know. They got the numbers. This system couldn't work as smooth as they got it going without having the numbers. 150,000. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be generous. I'm just gonna say it's just a bunch of ruthless gang banging ass niggas in Chicago. Let's just say that. Let's add another 25 to 50,000. Let's say it's 250,000 gang members. Now FBI gave me 150,000. I'm just gonna add on another 100,000. Let's just say it's 250,000 gang bangers. Well, it's still 1.5 million to 3 million blacks. There's 10 million people in the Chicago and Chicagoland. And I'm not talking about just Chicago. I'm talking about Evanston. I'm talking about the west side. I'm talking about the south side. I'm talking about the north side. We're talking about the Chicago Metro. Think of Minneapolis, St. Paul. Our metro is about 3 to 3.5 million, maybe 4. I'll be generous. Let's just say 4. Take Minneapolis, St. Paul Metro and duplicate it by 5 to 6.5 times. That's Chicagoland. Not just the city of Chicago. I'm talking about Chicago suburbs, Chicago. I'm talking about the whole Cook County. Cook County got 10 million motherfuckers. Chicago has about, like I said, Chicago has, they said 800,000 blacks. Let's just give it 1 million. If it was half of the black population in Chicago that were all gang members, by definition and mathematics, that's over 7,000 murders a year. They only got 800 murders a year, bro. You could not have 800,000 blacks and say that half of them are gang members, with Cook County Jail only having a total population capacity of 20,000 people. It's mathematically impossible. I'm not talking about opinion. I'm talking about mathematics and science. It is mathematically impossible to have 150,000 gang members. And if you were to say that half of the population of 800,000 people in Chicago are gang members, you're going to have well over 75,000 people that are in jail. They can't even hold no more than 20,000 people in Cook County. Half of this Hispanic population and black population is probably the Cook County jail population. You see? So
more than half, probably 75%.
It's half and half. There ain't really a lot of white inmates in there. It's some white inmates, but the thing is they don't fall in line. Because if you're in Cook County Jail, you know, it's gonna be primarily gangs. They gonna ask you where you're from. Okay, are you GD, BD, whatever you is. If you're white, I mean, you probably just gonna get your ass kicked. You see what I'm saying? So you either gonna fall in the Latin Kings or whatever. But yeah, it's not possible, bro. They'd all be in prison. It's not hard to put black people in jail. You know, it's not hard. You can't have.
Oh, it's possible.
It's not hard to put black people in jail, bro. If you saying that it's 800,000 blacks, it's 800,000 blacks in the city of Chicago, and half of them are gang members, you're not even gonna be able to convict all those people. You're gonna have to build more prisons. You see what I'm saying? This has been going on for over 40 years. It's not half, bro. Now, if you were to tell me 20%, 15-20%, I might be able to ride with you on that. You could maybe say, okay, 10 to 15% maybe. Now, what you said was true. You said, well, almost every neighborhood, every neighborhood has members. That's true. That's probably true. Now, that don't mean all them niggas like King Von. You might have just some nigga that just wants to claim a gang, or maybe his daddy's from a gang, and then he's like, oh, I'm in a gang too. He might be a schoolboy. But the way that it works in Chicago is you might be a good kid. Straight A's. A lot of guys started out like that. Straight A's, everything. But now when you go outside, you might be walking to the bus stop or going to school, and it might be some little gangbanging niggas around your age, 12, 13. Hey, man, where you from? Oh, man, I live from over here. I don't gangbang. Oh, no, shit, you banging today, nigga. We gonna beat your ass. And you like, damn, like, I'm just trying to go to school. Now these little dudes is kicking your ass every day. What you gonna do? You gonna go get you a pipe. You be like, okay, I don't want to gangbang. I'm a straight A student. I'm not into this kind of stuff. But these niggas is fucking with me. So at some point, you gonna get involved. You gonna get tired of getting your ass kicked. You be like, I'm gonna shoot one of these little motherfuckers. Cause I'm trying to go to school and get straight A's, and these niggas are harassing me. Every time I go to school, these niggas is kicking my ass. It's 5 or 10 niggas is beating my ass every single day I'm coming home from school to get black eyes. You're automatically gonna get involved in the gang. You gonna get tired of that shit. Not because you wanted to gangbang, but you gonna be like, all right, I'm a school kid. You might have been a church kid, whatever the case may be. And guess what? Those kids, due to misguidance, they're not gonna look at you like, oh, you're just a school kid that wants to stay out of it. Some of them kids, they may not have a dad around. They may not have no guidance themselves. They may think, hey, yeah, he's from another neighborhood that we don't like. Let's just beat him up. But now you got some kid that was a straight A student, and now he done turned into a demon. Nipsey Hussle talked about it a lot. He says you might have some good kids that are not into the gang and not into this kind of stuff, but their parents live in a gang neighborhood. Their parents get up and go to work every day, so they don't know what their kids are doing. And if it's a single mother home, the mama might have 2-3 jobs. She may not see her kids at all. She might be a latchkey kid. You got to think, bro. Think about you. Your mom was never home. She always worked. She never knew what you was doing. You could have been home. For all you know, you got to think. I used to skip school sometimes, nigga, and come to your house to drink up the orange juice. You remember? I'd be sitting there on the internet just cruising, skipping school. What's to say that we would have been like, man, you know what, man? We don't want to work at Burger King and get no little bullshit $5 an hour. Let's sell some work. Let's go down there to the Native Project and sell some crack. Your mama would have never knew. Our parents would have never knew, bro. Never. Yeah. It just didn't entice us enough because we probably knew the consequences. It just wasn't our thing. We found other ways to get money and stuff like that, but we could have very well ended up in that trap. We could have been like, man, shit, ma ain't home. Man, let's bring some work over at your house and chop it up a little bit. Let's go over here to Franklin and get our roll on. We would have had money. We probably would have got caught sooner or later, but I'm just saying, like, and you know how the West Bank was. We actually, to be honest, bro, if we would have wanted to, we wouldn't even had to leave and go down to Franklin. We could have sold crack right on Cedar. Wasn't no cameras back then. We really could have got rich off Cedar Avenue if we really would have wanted to. We really could have got our roll on. There was enough money in the Cedar Square West where, nigga, we could have really got our roll on if we wanted to. It wasn't no undercovers over there like that or nothing. It wasn't a bunch of cameras. Nigga, we could have got money. And even if we didn't want to sell crack, we could have sold weed. We could have sold anything over there. You know, but like I say, our parents weren't always around. Easily. And this is a small neighborhood that we lived in. West Bank's small, bro. You talking about a place like Chicago where you got blocks that are blocks and blocks and blocks. Okay, that's from this set. That's from this set. These GDs over here. This is over here. That's over there. And then you got all these little divisions. Okay, you got that block. This block might be the 105 boys. This block might be the 106 boys. You got literally 30,000 gangs. You know how big Chicago is? There's gangs that don't even know about other gangs, bro. Did you know that? LA and places like Chicago and those cities, there's gangs that they don't even know about other gangs. I've heard stories where niggas have went to jail and got into fights because they were offended. Because a nigga might have been like, oh, I'm this. And a nigga be like, hey, what's that? And a nigga get offended like, what? Nigga, what you trying to say? You don't know who he is? You trying to like demean us? Like you trying to act like we some Rudy Poo ass niggas? And they honestly don't know who they are. So they're not calling them off brand. They're like, well, shit, nigga, we ain't never been on that side. It's that big. It's huge. You ain't never heard of this gang. Like, who the fuck are these niggas? And these niggas is offended. Like, nigga, you should know who I am. Like, we somebody. We ain't no nobodies. And you're looking at them like, well, shit, I don't know who they is. There'll be skirmishes about that. There's stories and stuff like that that have happened where you just like, shit, I don't know who this, you know, because it's that big. Like I told you stories, there's been people that lived in Compton that have never really went to LA like that. LA and Compton is probably from here to Stillwater. It's like, okay, if you ain't had no family there, you be like, shit, I ain't, you know. There's been people that have lived in places like Compton, bro, that have said they've never seen the ocean. Like they never went to the beach. They've heard, they know it's there, but they just never went. What reason do they have to go? I mean, I got weed, you know, I got some hoes. I mean, shit. Fuck I need to go over there for? You know what I'm saying? They don't have no interest to go. They don't have no interest to go. Everything they need is in their hood. They don't want to go out there. They're not interested in going. I was in the pawn shop the other day. A lady told me she was from Chicago. She said she's from the South Side. Before she opened her mouth, I knew she was from the South Side. I don't know how I knew, but I could tell. She was from the South Side of Chicago. And she told me, we don't go to the West Side. I said, have you ever been there? She says, no, and I'll never go. And she was living in Minneapolis. It's a different vibe. I don't want to go over there. I don't feel comfortable over there. It's a different world. Shout out to A Different World. Kamala should have played A Different World on her speech. But yeah, when you say 40 acres and a mule, bro, and then she says 20, that's another reason why she lost. You know, just out of touch. The Democrats probably figured, look, if we could just get the fried chicken biscuit vote, abortion, fried chicken, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, that's all black people want. That's all black people are good for. And, you know, a lot of black folks like in my ilk were offended. Like, well, man, I ain't gonna spend my money for parking and go all the way to the polls. I'm good. And that's what happened. So we'll cover more, man. Thanks for going on. I got to get up in the morning and stuff like that. But I'm going to put this up so people can see why the Democrats got destroyed by black Americans and what they need to do in 2028. AOC, holler at us, because Nancy's going to be retired. AOC needs to holler at us. So
AOC's going to take Nancy's position.
Well, Nancy is just going to bow out. I mean, she looked very unhappy. I don't know if it was fake, but the way she looked unhappy, like she was losing power. So it sounded like she's just going to hand the crown off. I think she figured she had a couple more years, because see, if the Democrats would have got in, that means all the bootlick Negroes. I mean, it's big business. Politics is business. Politics is warfare. I want black people to understand this. Politics is warfare. And as the conservatives say, this is not a democracy, this is a republic. Okay? So
this is the first time in the history of American politics that there's more Republicans in America than there are Democrats.
So now the question is,
at the end of the day, with her being the head of the Democratic Party, that's a failure. Realistically, she's probably going to get fired.
Ooh, I never thought. So that's why she's blaming Biden.
Hell yes. When he wore the mask, okay, Biden was supposed to respectfully bow down with the idea of, we need all of your Biden fans, Biden voters, to come to Harris. When he was not really trying to endorse her, then wore the MAGA hat, automatically you're confusing the fuck out of the audience. And then on top of that, you call Trump's voters garbage. After you wore the MAGA hat, he said he wore the MAGA hat for unity. Yeah, well, yeah. What he was doing is he confused his Democratic fans, because Biden had a lot of people who liked him, who trusted him, looked at him as a grandpa type. They were thinking, let's get all those votes over to Biden. If we can do that, we'll at least win the popular vote. If we can do that, then we're able to kind of stick our chest out. Because we can always say, well, you know what? We didn't win, but more people voted for us.
Right.
That's something they can go by. They can't do that no more. Nancy Pelosi's been in a position a long time. They'll ask her to resign instead of firing her. The other one, Shoemaker, whatever his name is going to have to go too.
Oh,
what is
Chuck
that?
Chuck Schumer. And I was getting ready to play.
Yeah, Schumer. His ass is gone too.
So you call basically.
I guarantee you,
you're
they'll be gone.
You're basically shiving again. You costed us $1 billion.
Well, not just the air. Well, you were the head of this organization here that just went into the ground. We need to rebuild. We need young faces. That's what the Democratic Party is saying now. I'll tell you another person they're gonna really promote here in the next couple of years is Crockett.
Oh man, Jasmine Crockett,
the black girl from North Carolina. Where's she from?
Yeah, they found a hood rat with a wig. Yep. Yeah, Crockett.
Ooh, she's a firecracker though.
You know what?
She got a healthy mouth on her.
Yeah, she got a mouth. They might put her on there because they like a loudmouth hood rat. You know what? They might use her. They might.
Oh, they definitely are going to use her. They're going to come out with the new Democratic Party. Her, KOC, or AOC, and then whoever else they can get to switch over. Because they might get...
Because with Crockett...
Who's going to be bitter that Trump didn't give them a position?
It's gonna be.
You know, that's gonna be. If Vivacek, if he don't get a position, he'll turn. Shit, Vivacek will go. Yeah, he'll be a Democrat tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
because he's been on Trump's nuts.
Yeah, he has.
So he doing all this kissing ass and he don't get it. He's doing it for a position. If he don't get a position, he's gonna turn on him quick. Look at Christie. Christie, when he didn't get a position, Christie don't like Trump at all now.
Yeah, that is true. He's still
saying Trump is the Antichrist.
Yeah, and he did. You know what? And he's still eating Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, but when he had a position in Trump's cabinet, Trump was great.
Yeah.
Trump getting away from the New York thing now. This time, now he's going down south.
Yeah, he's going down south. Yep, he's going down south.
He went and got JD, and he's going down south with it. He knows that. Another thing he knows about them Southern guys is they might not be quick to talk.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, if they get jammed up, they might not be quick to want to say nothing. Like Rudy and all that, they'll talk like a canary,
Oh yeah, Rudy. You know what they did with Rudy? They did him dirty, and I don't feel bad for him. Rudy. You talk about somebody that's a race soldier, man. Rudy, they done took his damn condominiums. They done took his money. Because somebody sued him, and they done, But I think
a bitch, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about
they done set him up with the bitch.
Yeah, bro, they done got Rudy.
Yeah, but what did MOP say in that song? Four Long Blades. Fuck Giuliani.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
They just threw that in there. Fuck Giuliani.
Yeah, Giuliani.
He had that stop and frisk. Yeah. Wasn't that him?
Yeah, he was part of that. It was Bloomberg. Giuliani and Bloomberg. Bloomberg went down there. He tried to get, I think he ran under the Democratic ticket about, 4 or 5 years ago. And
yeah, well, guess what? Bloomberg has a good connection to Minnesota, but go ahead, I'll tell you after you're done.
Bloomberg, he was trying to run for president, and he was part of that whole stop and frisk thing. He owns a lot of the media. I think he owns like
the newspaper called
Bloomberg newspaper. He owns a bunch.
The ninth richest person in America.
Oh yeah, he rich as fuck. So he went down to the black church. The same thing should have happened with Warnock and Harris. He went down to the black church trying to get them some votes, and he dropped out right after that because when he got down to the black church, in Carolina or somewhere down there, the church turned the constituents. The people there, all the churchgoers, they turned their back on him, turned right around, wouldn't even look at him, and he was like, "Oh fuck, I'm done."
Surprised he ran as a Democrat.
Yeah, because he got the conservative policies. Same thing with Joe Biden. He got very conservative policies. He got Republican policies. His policies ain't Democratic. He got some real conservative redneck backwoods Mississippi policies. That 94 crime bill was like some shit out of Alabama.
He was trying to go against Trump.
Right.
So he had to become a Democrat. Yeah, but his connection to Minnesota is he's a part of the group that's getting ready to buy the Timberwolves.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So you're going to be seeing a whole lot of Bloomberg here in the next couple of years. They're going to be investing a lot downtown.
Stop and frisk Bloomberg. That's what they call him.
He's the ninth richest person in America.
Oh yeah, he got
number 9.
He got that bag.
His family got the good bag, and but see, Trump's getting away from all them because they got to talking, The New York crew, he was hoping they wouldn't say a whole lot.
Yeah, and see, he want to get out of them charges and all that stuff in New York. Trump ain't about to get them charged. They about to wipe that shit because at this point you trying to convict the president, man. You kind of wasting time. Matter of fact, if I was Trump, I would open up a probe on 2020 election. If I was Trump, I would open up a probe because you got to think he got all the power. You know what would be
Nancy Pelosi's going to resign.
You know what would really be a slap in the face? What would really make the Democrats bad? I don't think he's going to do that. Trump can't run again. So it's not going to really hurt his base. This is his last finagle. So it wouldn't really hurt him.
But he can't run in 4 years?
No. Presidents can only do twice unless they change some weird shit in the Constitution or something. But I mean, they could only run 2 times. Once they run 2 times, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Once they serve twice, that's it. But what I'm saying is like, if I was him, it's not gonna hurt him, and he's still gonna make money when he gets out. It might hurt his base a little bit, but you know what I would do? I would rub it in the Democrats' face. I like if I was him, I'd just go all out. I just crash out completely. I would be like, hey, y'all didn't prosecute Emmett Till, the lady that because the lady that had some, that got Emmett Till killed was dead. I'd prosecute the DOJ for refusing to prosecute her. I will go back on all. But he's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. But if I was him, I'm talking about if he wanted to gain even more favor amongst the freedmen, which he's probably not gonna do, because at this point he doesn't really need to. But if he wanted to set Vance up against AOC, he could just give black folks a little something like, all right, we gonna nail one of these signposts for you to let you know, hey, look, the reparations thing, I can't help you with that, but I could do this. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's some things that I've seen him talk about, and the things that he's been talking about, and the things that I think he's gonna do within the next 6 months, that a lot of blacks are like, okay, it'll indirectly affect us, maybe. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a couple things, but I don't want to look more at the policies, because see, that's another thing that the Democrats failed, is they didn't name not one policy that would help a black person. The last 4 years, they've enacted policies that have hurt blacks. Illegal immigration. You didn't help us with the Emmett Till thing. The Asian anti-crime bill. There wasn't no Asians getting hurt like this. It was only blacks. Publicly. You see what I'm saying? Nobody was really hurting Asians like that. No, it wasn't that many Asians getting hurt. They might have got slapped up a little bit, but you had black people that was actually getting cold-blooded murdered. This was all
the attacks on Asians in New York were staged attacks.
Yeah, they were staged attacks. And
pass that bill.
Yeah,
that bill was passed because that bill was passed as a negotiation with the Asian community.
Correct. So now,
so they said let's mock and do some WWE shit and act like some people was getting beat up all of a sudden in New York, and then all of a sudden it stopped.
And all this just out of the blue. And then, now what they do is they come back. They always come back to their guaranteed Negroes. Let's go back to the plantation Negro vote, because we know that every 4 years we could just throw some crumbs at you and then scare you with the Republicans, and then we could just say, well, the GOP's racist, Project 2025, Trump's gonna do this, or whatever. So if they could get the scared Negro vote, oh Lord, let me go ahead and vote. You see what I'm saying? They could get that. Yeah. That's a guarantee. This time they just didn't see it. They just knew we could get the Pickaninny plantation vote. They had that in their back pocket. Like when you go out your house, you got your ID. You got your ID. That's how they looked at the black vote. They looked at the black vote like, oh man, it's a guarantee. It's a guarantee. We got Cardi B. We got Cardi B. We got Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, they thought they'd at least win the popular vote.
Yeah, they brought out Magic Johnson. A lot of black folks,
the heavy hitters.
The heavy hitters. Black folks looked at Magic Johnson like, nigga, you a great businessman, but your son, you ain't got nothing to lecture us on. Black folks was like, nah.
Oprah Winfrey. Oprah stepped up.
Man, Oprah tried to help Harris. Oprah tried to help.
Tyler Perry was down there.
Tyler Perry. That wasn't enough.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry.
Down there.
He went down there. Tyler Perry didn't work. Niggas ignored Tyler.
They held shit down though. I mean, they held shit down for Kamala though.
They held it down, but the thing is your black constituency, the average black person don't live like you. You're departed from us. When we got to look at you, Tyler, like, yeah, nigga, you just put on a dress. You didn't put no black folks on. You the only nigga getting money over there. We saw that. Oprah tried to help. She started talking about stupid shit with Oprah. You seen Oprah's face. Oprah was like, damn, this nigga fucking this shit up. I'm trying. Damn. Oprah's like, man, I'm trying to throw you a bone.
Yeah, but Oprah would never talk ill about Barack.
No, she ain't gonna say nothing, but you could tell just by the optics. People look at video. You could tell the look on Oprah's face like, man, she fucking all this up. Oprah's a big name.
Yeah. Oprah got paid a lot of money to be there. So at the end of the day, she didn't give a fuck.
She didn't.
Let the bitch fuck up. And she probably got X amount of dollars for promoting her.
Right.
And if she wins, you're going to get X amount.
But now, because y'all lost, all you Negroes that sided with her have zero credibility. You go to the average black household nationwide that ain't no sambo tap dancing Negroes. They gonna tell you, we don't fuck with Tyler nor Oprah, none of them niggas no more. D.L. Hughley, that was talking shit about Janet Jackson, shaming her while her brother died. A nigga might see D.L. Hughley and call him a bitch ass nigga and dare him to say something. You gotta think, D.L. Hughley, his daughter got raped and he ain't do shit. Black folks pointed that out. You wanna disrespect Janet because Janet told the truth? You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, black folks are looking at this. They're looking at this, bro. They've looked at all these people like, okay, you know this bitch is the devil, yet you sided with her for a check. Now all of a sudden they talking about that she ain't gonna pay y'all's checks. There's folks that's not getting paid, bro. It's a lot of people right now online whining that they're not getting paid. Yeah.
You talking about like the celebrities or the workers?
Man, all those folks may not get paid because she didn't deliver. And you can't sue her because it was a political thing. That's my point. If I give you $100,000, bro, for Bridge the Gap, I'm gonna give you $100,000. You say, well, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. Nigga, that's a donation. I can't come back to you and say, well, damn, Solomon, you didn't get the city council. That's yours. You ain't gotta get that shit back.
Right.
She about to. I gotta give it to her. She can take a vote. She gonna be taking vacations for years if she wants to. She can retire tomorrow. Kamala ain't gotta do shit.
Well, she's getting on The View, I heard.
Man, I think that might be too small for her, but they probably would kiss her ass to get on it. She'll get on there and start voting. Now we get to see the real Kamala. We gonna see the real Kamala because they're not gonna bring her back out. They will never have her run. She will never be another candidate.
Oh no,
she's done.
She's actually done in politics.
She's done in politics, and you know what?
Was under. You never know though. In another 4 years, she might throw herself. Now, I think she got the lowest ever voters on the DNC primary. And then she got the lowest ever voters in presidential history.
They'll pull her out. So they'll pull her out for some bullshit.
Who's gonna put up money for her to run again?
Well, she won't do politics, but this is what she'll do. She might be on a strategic
political
team.
Commentary.
Yeah, she'll be commentary on a news show for like like Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton ain't never did shit. He never really did shit, but he's on MSNBC.
Yeah, but he focuses on black issues.
Right. But he never talks about reparations. He never talks about reparations. He never talks about shit that's gonna help us. He just talks about black shit from time to time. A nigga gets shot, he might say something. So
Al Sharpton gets paid.
She'll be part of the black bag bunch.
It's a paid gig. It's a job.
It's a job.
You know, I'm working.
And it's gonna be high paid.
I'm working.
Because she's a VP, she could ask for what I call the Grammy Award winning price. She could be a commentator. Well, she'll get up on there and she could just say what she wants. And then she could do like Michelle. Now, Michelle Obama don't be talking about shit. She don't be talking about a fucking thing. But
she get $250,000 per appearance.
That's my point. She could fill up the Target Center. You got a bunch of dumb feminist cunts that'll go up there and listen to
I told you a story about Cub Foods. The Cub Foods in Midway, right?
No.
I got kicked out of there years ago. Michelle Obama was in town, right? For some kind of speech or something. I'm in the line at Cub Foods, and there's a cornball fucking race soldier that's a cashier. Look like he's about 50-some years old. So I'm just, he's ringing me up, and he said, Michelle Obama's in town. I said, okay, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I said, okay, whatever. And then he said, I think it was like $200 and some for some tickets. He's like, I wouldn't pay $200 to go see her. I said, excuse me, motherfucker? Man, I went to fuck off on him. I said, you say that to all these white people that walk by here? Or you just saying that to me, motherfucker?
Right.
I went the fuck off on him, man. The whole store shut down.
You was right. You was right because you gonna pick the only black
sorry,
person,
motherfucker. Yeah, you gonna say I wouldn't pay 50 cents to see her? Fuck you, motherfucker. You old bummy ass white boy. Oh, I talked about her so bad. Oh man. I didn't pay for the items. I just bagged it up and said, "This is on y'all, motherfuckers. Fuck you." Then they called the police, but luckily I was still in the car. I told the police what happened. They said, "You got to bring the stuff back, and they're going to trespass you." I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't want to come here anyway. Yeah, that goes to show you though. Yeah. He gets $250 per appearance.
Yeah, easy.
She got at least 1.5 million between her and Barack. At least 3 or 4 million. For endorsing Harris. And they did it kicking and screaming. They was going to go home and say nothing. Till that bag came, once that check came, old Barack brought his ass out. And you seen another one, if you could look, there's a Shapiro. He got this, he don't like Kamala. He brought this clip of how Beyonce was acting 4 years ago and 8 years ago when she was going for Biden and Harris, or Biden and Hillary Clinton when they were running, and then how she was acting for Kamala Harris. He was like, you could tell she's just here for a check.
Damn.
Yeah, because she was pumped up for Hillary Clinton and pumped up for Joe Biden, but for Kamala Harris, she was very subdued, you know.
I seen where Obama was talking. When I guess Obama and Kamala they were talking, and I guess Obama was like sitting in an office. You could tell that nigga was hella disinterested. And then Harris was like, "Hey, because this was during the transition. Hey, what's Biden like?" And Obama was like, "Well, he likes ice cream, and but you could tell he was like, man, I don't want, because they don't like each other. Biden doesn't like Obama. No, he doesn't at all.
They probably never had one meaningful conversation outside of politics the whole time he was in there. It's not like they went and kicked it and had some beers and had some cigars. No. They're totally both. You remember when Biden told him, he was like, he got caught in that clip. He's like, where'd they find this guy? They said he's black, he's handsome, he's a family man, he don't cheat on his wife, he ain't never been in trouble. Where'd they find him at?
Oh man, oh fuck. You got that video?
You heard that clip, didn't you?
I gotta find that. I gotta find that, man.
It's an audio clip. Oh yeah, it's on YouTube. He was just like, where'd they find this guy? He's smart, he's articulate, he's handsome, he's a family man, he's never gotten in trouble. Where'd they find him? Man, we really came up with him. Because Obama saved the Democratic Party, but it was a term I like to use called flying high on borrowed wings. It was making a deal with the devil. Like Obama, he got y'all socially relevant for 8 years. Relevant, Democrats are cool. Yeah, we got a black president. But it's all going to be for naught, because when you find out this was all bullshit, your party's going to go into the tube. It's really Obama that should be blamed for all this. For the death of the Democratic Party as we know it, you have to blame the 8 years of Barack Obama, because you see in foundational blacks, they say, wait a minute. Sometimes it takes, they say there's a term, you gotta wait till the dust settles.
Oh shit, I found it. Oh fuck, I fucking found it, bro.
So you wait a couple years, this motherfucker gets out of office, and you go, wait a minute. There was not one conversation about reparations, and there was a black president for 8 years. There's not one anti-black hate crime bill in 8 years. Not one conversation. And Asians got this in 10 seconds. And Mexicans are all over here and this and that. Foundational seen that. And Harris is the one who paid for it. But really, it's Obama. It's dereliction of duty.
I'm going to read this article.
He didn't take care of the people who voted him into office.
No, he didn't. Look, I'm going to read this article and I'm going to close out real quick because I got to go to sleep and wake up in another 4 hours. It says Senator Biden apologized for remarks of Obama. You're right about this, man. This was January 31st, 2007. Senator Joseph Biden launched his bid for, I didn't even know his name was Joseph. well, I knew it was Joe, but they say Joseph, has launched his bid for the White House on the issue of Iraq, but on Wednesday his campaign was sidetracked over race. So he tried to get a bid for the White House in 2007. It says, like everybody these days, Biden declared online, but it was old media that got him in trouble. Personal comments he made about another White House hopeful, Senator Barack Obama, recorded by a reporter for the New York Observer. He said, as you said, I mean, you got the first sort. This is crazy. Because when I think about it, we say mainstream black American, you at the Cosby Show. What the hell is he talking about? He says, I mean, you got the first sort of mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man, Biden said. Biden later called Obama and then spoke to reporters during a conference call saying Obama understood what it meant. And this is what Biden said. This is a guy who's come along in a way that's captured the imagination of the country in a way that no one else has. In so many words, we didn't expect you niggas to be articulate. That's really what he meant. He says that was the point of everything I was saying, Biden said. But late Wednesday, Obama released a statement seizing on Biden's use of the word articulate. Now listen to this. He says, I didn't take Senator Biden's comment personally, but obviously they were historically inaccurate, Obama said. African American presidential candidates like Jesse Jackson, Shirley Chisholm, Carol Moseley Braun, and Al Sharpton gave a voice to many important issues through their campaign, and no one would call them inarticulate. Now, I'm going to tell you something here. Some people ain't going to like this. Jesse Jackson has never been known to be an articulate nigga. He kind of mumbles and fumbles around. He don't say nothing stupid, but he's not nobody that I would put as a language arts teacher. And then Al Sharpton, he sounds like an old pimp. Yeah, you know, the Black Caucus, and it's a bunch of it's a lot of black men that don't want to vote for black women, see? And you know, there's a lot of misogynist black men in this election right here. See, this nigga's not articulate. If you were to say the term's articulate, now I'm not gonna say he's illiterate, but Al Sharpton ain't nobody that you would put on a spelling bee. You know what I'm saying? Al Sharpton's not nobody you go put on a spelling bee, but at the same time, he's not, you know, so.
Well, that's what Biden was saying. Basically, he said when they found Obama, he said, this is not another Al Sharpton. This is not another guy you could just chop up in 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Just got all this cheating on his wife, getting caught in hotel raids, and this is a clean brother. That's what he's telling you.
Oh shit! So look,
where they find this nigga at? Where the fuck they find this nigga at? Jesse Jackson's got numerous cheating on his wife, and you know he got a whole lot of shit like that on his record.
Oh man,
motherfucking Obama don't got shit, and that's what he was saying. Where they find this nigga at? Because if you notice something, Biden never says anything about race.
No, he don't. No, he don't. No.
Well, you clearly know what he's alluding to.
Now look.
That's why Obama came back with, there's plenty of blacks that can speak well, or whatever he was saying.
Now it says civil rights, Jesse.
That's what he was saying. He was saying these other niggas that be running for office, these Jesse Jacksons, these Al Sharptons, they can't even talk. And they have no credibility as far as you get a private investigator. If you wanted to hire, get some dirt on Al Sharpton, man, it'd be easy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this guy's a known documented rat. You got motherfuckers don't even know nothing about the hip-hop culture that'll tell you he's a rat. Fucking feds or the mob.
Yeah.
There's a mobster guy that's on, that be coming on DJ Vlad. If you ever bring up Al Sharpton in front of him, he'll say, oh, Al's a rat.
Yeah, and he took money from Don King and Trump for his National Action Network. And that nigga probably spent it on hoes and Cadillacs. He didn't spend it on his nonprofit. That's what he got indicted for that too.
What did he say when they was questioning him about the private jet?
Oh, he said
when he came out here.
Yeah, he said yeah, I'm that kind of guy. I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm that kind of guy. I'm that nigga. That's how I travel, motherfuckers. I'm pimping all y'all. You know what I'm saying? They ain't passed a damn law. What about if there was ever a live call-in show for Al? I just call in and be like, Al, why is it that there's never been any law to benefit black people that's been passed in the whole time you've been advocating? You just show up when somebody dies and just start saying a couple words, and then you get a bag and you go home.
That's why he don't take live calls. He don't do like the new black media where he takes live calls, because he don't want black folks to be asking him new questions.
Don't he on MSNBC? He's got a show, right?
He got a show, but they screen folks. They're not gonna let niggas like us call up. They ain't gonna do it, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna call and be like, what are you doing? Al, Jesse Jackson, all of them. I'm like, y'all need to move around, man. You know, one guy you haven't been hearing a lot from lately is Crump.
Yeah, Crump ain't saying nothing. Crump's been very quiet.
Somebody told him, well, first of all, they ain't killing niggas right now.
Right, yeah.
They tired of paying them settlements right now, so they taking a break off of that. I think somebody told him, hey, man, you might want to lay low here. You getting too many bags, bro. I mean, somebody put a bang on you here pretty quick.
Yeah, he probably.
Like I told you, I believe in the next year there will be a bitch or somebody that the American government will bring to ruin his credibility.
Yeah, he gonna say, well, they'll come out and people be like, oh, he touched me at the hotel, and he's going like, I didn't touch no
That's
one.
all it takes. The damn governor, what was Cuomo? He was the mayor or the governor, right?
I think it's the governor.
He resigned. He was talking shit, cracking whip on Trump, going against Trump on the COVID and all this. Trump said, okay, motherfucker. I'm going to chop you up easily. And your brother on CNN talking shit. I got both of y'all. I bet you he was sitting at home one day and just heard them talking shit. Said, okay, all right.
You know Crump gonna say, I did not touch that woman. That woman was all consensual.
It don't matter. In the American society we live in now, once a bitch makes a claim,
it's a wrap.
It's over. Like Gloria said, Adam 22, he had Gloria, the lawyer for all the advocates for the females that had claims, that older white lady.
Yeah.
He had her daughter who does work too. He had her on. And he asked her, he was like, how do you know, when you're taking these claims that they ain't got no DNA or anything? She said, all we need is proof that they interacted, and then we're going to go. So if I say, for instance, Diddy touched my dick in Minneapolis or in Tokyo in 2002, and then I have a plane ticket saying I was in Tokyo, and then he was there too at that time, that's all they need.
Damn.
They going.
Whoa.
Yep.
Circumstantial evidence.
Yep, it is. That she broke it down to Adam 22. She's like, these are lawsuits. This ain't no criminal charge.
Now listen
the
to
burden
this.
of proof is different.
Now look who defended Joe Biden. Jesse Jackson said it was a jab. It was not an intentional racial pejorative statement. It could be interpreted that way, but that's not what he meant. Then it says Biden, who admits he has a tendency to bloviate, has made indelicate remarks before. Last year, speaking about Indian Americans, he said, you cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. It's a point. I'm not joking. So, yeah.
Racism. And even though he might have meant that, that's called a backhanded compliment.
Right, yeah.
Man, where'd they find this nigga at? I'm used to Al Sharptons and Jesse Jacksons and, motherfuckers like that. Where'd they find this nigga? This nigga ain't got no criminal record. This nigga ain't never cheated on his wife. What the fuck? They didn't, that's what it was. He didn't mean it. He probably meant that in a good way. But it just comes off as very racially insensitive, right, which is the main point.
Because the assumption is there's no black men that are clean cut. Black men
in politics.
Yeah, if black men are in politics, they gonna be janky. Meanwhile, you got white men probably cheating the hell out of their wives, cutting them up, throwing them in the trunk, and all this other stuff. But
white politicians' credibility. White politicians are like cats. They get 9 lives.
Yeah, they can do anything.
Let a black politician get. He's out right away. One charge, one allegation. He's done. And what about that one dude, Senator Gertz, whatever he's the one that was accused with the underage girls? He's still there. He's still in office.
Oh, damn. I forgot about him.
Yeah, that motherfucker, he ain't resign or anything. Think about that. Anybody even talk about it no more.
That's insane. That's
he was
crazy.
A black senator, and he was accused of the same things. He'd be done right away. Out of here. But if you notice something about the Mayor Adams, he never resigned.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Trump told him not to.
He told him not to. He said, I got you.
Yeah. Because if you resign, I can't get you your job back.
Yep.
That's hard. But if you just stick it out, just, let the charges go. I'm going to win this election, and I got you.
I got you.
I see what they doing to you. I got you. But now, nigga, you're a Republican, nigga. You banging with us. You hanging with us. You left your set. Now you coming to my set.
Yep.
That's real.
And I see it. I see it. Well, look, we'll continue. I'll probably do another one in another week or something like that. I'm gonna chop this up and edit it, man. And we've been going on for about 3 hours now. So, man, thanks for coming on. I got to get up at 6 a.m. So we'll wrap this up and let's go ahead and do another one pretty soon.
You got it, brother.
All right, brother. Take care.
All right.
Peace. Peace.